You might notice that today we are not in Jardin du Mayfair. We are in our own backyard here at the beautiful Londoner Hotel in Leicester Square. I'm pretty sure if you've been a fan of the watch world in the UK or indeed globally, you've probably got a subscription to WatchPro. Launched in 2011, it has a lot of similarities to the Hodinkee platform. Initially launched as a sister magazine to Professional Jeweller, in 2012 WatchPro became its own beast in both print and a dedicated website that brought monthly industry news to the masses. It is the news source for the British watch industry, and as well as covering new reviews and updates of watches being released, it also gives an idea of what's ticking behind the scenes in the UK. WatchPro has become a powerhouse in the UK, and as a result of its engagement and popularity, the Salon has become the biggest watch show in the UK and is attended by dealers and collectors alike. The WatchPro Salon is a two-day love affair of everything horological, and I'm very excited to be covering everything that these brands are delivering. The micro brands, they're like a gateway drug for us watch nerds. Isotope. Based just down the road in Harpenden, Isotope were founded in 2016 by Jose and Yuana Miranda. They blend elements of Art Deco with modern pop culture and brutalist design to offer a range that is just hands down fun.
This is being released today.
Okay.
And this is the most talked about watch in New York.
Okay.
During the Wind-Up Watch Fair. This is the minutes, okay? This is the hours and the half minutes.
Wow.
You only see what you need to see.
Yeah. 300 meters as well.
That one, yeah.
You're ticking a lot of boxes with these things, no?
We try, yeah.
They're really well priced too, usually hovering around the £1,000 mark. And as members of the British Watch and Clockmakers Alliance, you can guarantee that the quality is on point as well. The best dial, I think, in my opinion, is this one. And I don't usually like black dials, but what you've done there, that texture is insane.
A few years back, I was interested in buying an original California dial on a Rolex.
Yep.
I stopped, searching for it, and I decided I will create one. Now that I have my own brand, I'll create one that really includes everything I love in terms of a California dial.
Listen, man, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you. This
Thank
is
you.
very, very good.
My pleasure.
Zodiac is 141 years old. It's an old great, it's an old icon. It was owned by a family for a century. It mattered in many, many ways. The family, the Calam family, had 70 years of innovation, dial design, case design, always making their own watches, always making their own movements. This is a modern variation, but in 1953, Zodiac, alongside Blancpain, Glycine, and just before Rolex with the Submariner, came out with the world's first commercially available dive watch, the Seawolf. This not only changed Zodiac, but it changed how every brand would look at its collection. It needed a tool watch, it needed a dive watch. Here's another example right here. So the Swiss military and then the American military, but the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, took this style watch and they were selling it through their PXs, their own internal stores. Now what you fast forward to who we are today and you see a lot of colour, a lot of variation in style.
I love the colour.
We love colour as well, but what a lot of people miss is that Zodiac always used colour. So when you see orange in our dials, divers were using this, or Zodiac was using it for dive watches, because it's the last thing your eyes see when you lose the light underwater. But then someone like yourself comes up, picks up a watch like this and goes, that's crazy, what is it?
Yeah.
We've done collaborations in the past. We've worked with big blogging sites like Hodinkee, but this is one of America's favourite watch sites called Worn and Wound.
Okay, yeah, Worn and Wound.
The guys who own it, they are children of the 90s, like most of us are, and this is all nostalgia. This is laser tag.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Just out of interest, how much are these kind of ranging from? What are we looking at for these kind of watches?
Well, like Zodiac in the day, we wanted to be approachable, and so we're very delicate on the pricing. So we started just under £1,000, and nothing in the collection goes over £3.
Wow.
Averagely, you're going to be spending £1,500–1,600.
Okay, so this is the LAB by Perrelet. If you turn it's a GMT, so you've got a small second time zone there
I
at
see.
the bottom
Yeah.
instead of the second hand.
Nice.
Okay, you have a big date, and then obviously you've got your hours and minutes. And then if you turn the watch over, you would normally think, obviously there's no rotor in the back, so you would think it was a manual wind. However, if you turn it back again, on the dial you see that sort of chevron moving around there
wow.
at the edge. This is the actual movement here. So
Wow.
you see.
That is amazing.
So then on the
The rotor's on the front.
on the front, yeah.
Wow.
So it gives you the impression of a manual wind. This
Yeah.
is cost certified as well. It gives you an
Wow.
impression of a manual wind. Actually, it's not. It's an automatic watch.
And dare I ask how much something like this?
4,900.
Yeah.
Cost certified and all in-house made.
Yeah.
So we have our own manufacture in Biel, and we make all our movements ourselves. Perrelet has a long-standing history. In fact, Abraham Louis Perrelet was the inventor of the automatic watch in 1777.
I mean, it's such a complex piece for £4,900, isn't it? I mean,
It is.
amazing.
Herbelin is an independent family-owned company based in France, in a town called Charquemont, which is quite close to the Swiss border. So it's at the heart of the Jura Valley, where you will find all the major brands that you know, that you've heard about. Here we have a few of our timepieces for our flagship collections. So we have the Newport here. So this is the Regatta chronograph. It's a limited edition. So we have an inner case made of titanium and an outer case made of forged carbon. So this is a movement that Celita made exclusively for us.
The first thing I noticed when I picked this up is it feels like a really, really expensive watch.
Another of our watches is the Newport Diver this time, with the key design signature. So the Newport lugs, as you can see.
I love
also
those.
have a wheel on the crown.
They're beautiful.
So this watch is waterproof up to 300 meters. And you also have a ceramic bezel.
I actually love that cushion texture there.
Yes, it's one of our best sellers, the Heritage Collection. This one is the Cap Camara. So this is a collection that was released in 2019 with the integrated straps, and we're doing extremely well with this collection. Have a very beautiful level of finishing. You can see beveling on the bracelet as well.
Yeah.
Celita movements, see-through case back, and it's quite thin, so it sits really well on the wrist as well.
I don't think I've seen beveling on links before like that. It's really cool.
We have an alternance between brushed and polished surfaces. So Herbelin, basically, when we launched the new collection, we look at in our archive, because the brand is 75 years old. As you can imagine, you have all kind of watches.
Yeah.
And basically, we pick a model that we like, and then we update it and reissue it.
Zinn. Founded in 1861 by former pilot Helmut Zinn, this glass chute-based German brand is responsible for producing the horological equivalent of Ross Kemp. Hard as nails and fit for extremes. They focus on instrument watches, which are better known for their pilots, chronographs and dive watches. They regularly use submarine steel from a shipbuilder on their divers, which is high strength and exceptionally resistant to seawater and magnetism. They also employ a tegument technology, which is a process of hardening stainless steel to make it increasingly resistant to scratches and abrasions. 1,200 Vickers to be exact. A tegumented Zinn bezel was field tested on YouTube by rubbing it up and down a brick wall in an attempt to measure the point that it would scratch. And it did not, but the wall did. I would like to say that my eyes have been truly opened by the hard work, dedication and quality of the watches that these brands have been producing at their price points. It is truly mind-blowing.